Oh boy, and that is going to take us into our final game. We got a national championship rematch, number 10 Michigan versus Washington at 7:30 p.m. Washington definitely not looking like the team they were last year, and I definitely think that has something with DeBoer leaving and them losing some of the DeBoer-style players. Also, they don't have Michael Penix Jr. anymore, which was a huge part of their offense. They just came off a loss to Rutgers, a close loss on the road at Rutgers. So, I mean, I guess Rutgers is looking pretty good this year, actually. And then you got Michigan, who had a really tough loss against Texas at the beginning of the year, but they've kind of turned things around. And also, this is something interesting that we were looking at earlier. But 2 weeks ago, they won against USC 27-24, and then this past weekend they won against Minnesota 27-24 as well. So what are the odds of winning 2 games by 3 points with the exact same score both games in a row? I don't know. The ESPN FPI is Washington actually 58%, and the spread is in favor of Washington 2.5. I personally don't understand how. I don't know how Washington is favored in this game when they've lost a lot of talent. They just lost to Rutgers on the road, and Michigan just beat USC, which has an amazing offense because it's Lincoln Riley, because they always do, and a pretty improved defense, and they had to come back late to win, but they showed grit and toughness, and they won. Now, I guess maybe you could say, well, they almost lost to Minnesota, but they didn't. They won. So they've only got one loss, and now they're a top 10 team. So you're telling me a top 10 Michigan is not going to be favored on the road at Washington, who just lost to Rutgers? I don't know about that. I'm not making my pick. Isaac's going first. Who you got?
Well, I'm in agreement with you, Mason. I don't understand why Washington is favored in this game. I can understand, you're the home team, and that's it, though. That's the only thing. It's a night game. Okay, I might give you that. But again, top 10 Michigan, they handled USC. They did get throttled by Texas a few weeks ago, but they made a quarterback change. Michigan looking a little bit better. I don't get why Washington's favored in this one. Give me the Wolverines in this one. I like them to cover. I like Michigan by a field goal. Honestly, probably a touchdown. I think they're going to be better than what they're going to get credit for. Because, again, Washington coming off a field goal loss to Rutgers. And Rutgers is not a bad team. Rutgers, just 2 weeks ago, beat Virginia Tech, who went down to the wire with Miami. Another game that may or may not, but probably likely definitely was handled by Vegas and the refs. Nonetheless, give me Michigan in this one. I like the blue and maize. I think they go into Seattle and they get the dub.
So, yeah, I'm this one, yep. Nope. Well, yeah. So, Washington, I wanted to mention this. They actually have Mississippi State transfer Will Rogers at quarterback, who obviously has had his struggles this year with stats of 110 for 147, 1,354 yards, and 10 touchdowns. I stand corrected. How is this guy not winning? It must be the defense. I don't know. But either way, they still have Davis Warren on here for Michigan on ESPN, but obviously it's going to be Alex Orji starting. He's gotten them a big win against USC, and they need to let him do this again. Because I think I got Michigan to win this game against Washington. I don't understand how Washington is favored in this game at all. I mean, because I guess you could, with the spread's close, but the ESPN FPI, which has been a big theme on this show over the last couple of years, that it's not always correct. But having them at even 58%, that's a lot for me. So I don't know. I don't like that. I got Michigan in this game. Michigan, they just got to do what they've been doing. Play defense really well. Use Alex Orji as a double threat. Don't just run him all the time, which is what you did against USC, and it worked. All right? So do what you know how to do. Let the kid use his legs, but also let him use his arm, and I think you'll be fine. Give me Michigan in this one. And Joey is also picking Michigan for a TBD triple pick here. And, yeah, that is our show. It's not a ton of games this week. It's not a lot of huge games. We have that one top 25 matchup against Texas A&M, which, by the way, they're number 25, but so is UNLV. And that's one of the things that I hate about the AP poll is that you can have ties. UNLV is not number 25. Give me Texas A&M at 25. All right, because they just lost their quarterback because of the stupid NIL crap, and that's a whole other thing. But, yeah,